you also have the NFC West, which is a wagon. They have two wagons right now. And you could say the Niners were going to get Brock Purdy back in there and might actually be better at some point offensively with Ayuk coming in, hopefully for them. Pearsall comes back. They'll be fully constituted. Christian McCaffrey's going to run the ball, catch it. Defensively, they are obviously a shadow of their week one selves without Bosa and Warner. But the Rams went in and just hit them in the mouth repeatedly. They did whatever the hell they wanted going up 21-0. And invariably, the Niners aren't going to just wilt in Santa Clara. But you knew at some point it wasn't going to be a blowout like what Seattle was doing at the time to Arizona. At one point in the middle of the second quarter of those games, it was a combined score of 36-0. Seattle and the Rams over the Cardinals and the Niners. And these two teams face each other in Week 11. Talk about another massive Week 11 game in the NFC that's in the ether right now. Matthew Stafford is entering the MVP chat. I saw him set an international series record with 5 touchdown passes in London on the Jacksonville Jaguars when the Rams went into London and went full Bill O'Brien on them. When they strolled into London and basically said to the Jaguars, what's up?
What's up, Trevor?
And then off the bye, he throws for 4 touchdowns against the Saints. And then Stafford throws 4 touchdowns against the Niners. We do the math for you again. That's 13 touchdowns in a 3-game span. And that's pretty damn good. Only Roethlisberger and Tom Brady have had a 14 passing touchdown and no interception streak in a 3-game span since the Super Bowl started to be played in the Super Bowl era. That excludes overlapping spans. What that means is, it goes from one season to another. Stafford is just one of 5 players to have 13 or more passing touchdowns and no interceptions over a 3-game span since 1970. If you want to just basically say, how about 3 games in a row? Okay? With 4 passing touchdowns. How about that? Let's put that subset in there. Dan Marino is the only one to do it 4 times in a row in 84, and Peyton Manning did it 5 times in a row in 2004. Russell Wilson did it 3 times in a row in 2020. Mahomes in 2018. Drew Brees in 2011 did it 3 straight times. Stafford, though, is the only one to do it without a single interception in that streak. And he also reached the 400 career passing touchdown mark, becoming the 9th player to do it. And I said on Overreaction Monday, and I said here, and I'll repeat it again, this season was going to be the season that Stafford was showing everybody he is a Hall of Famer and taking any doubters that still remain in that world and removing that doubt. He is playing like an MVP at this advanced age, and this is a guy who's supposed to not be able to get out of bed in August. To start in September, let alone get out of bed in September, so he could start?
Spinal.
Unbelievable. And he's even doing touchdown celebration shimmies and whatever.
Yeah, I was having a good time. I got hit on that one pretty good, so I had to shake that one off a little bit. But, no, it was, I don't know, man. Like I said, I have fun out there. I lose my mind when we score touchdowns. I don't think about it. A lot of these guys are in the locker room pregame prepping what kind of dance they're going to do if they score a touchdown. I just go out there and play, and whatever comes to me, comes to me.
Yeah.
What was in that Airstream over the summer? Because we need one of those parked outside.
We certainly do. Well, it helps to have Kyron Williams with 2 rush touchdowns, Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua being your wide receivers, and a bunch of tight ends that are available on your waiver wire in case you want to roll the dice that it's one of their times for Stafford to find them in the end zone. Defensively, Verse, Young, Fisk, Landman, who punched one out, Lake, just to name 5. Rams, you can make the case they're the best team in football. And you can make the case the Seattle Seahawks are the best team in football as well. Man, oh man. I know we've got Leonard Williams coming up in hour number 3 of this program, but DeMarcus Lawrence made his presence known. He basically, I guess, let me see the final score here. Let me get this right. Yeah, his 2 touchdowns would have made it a 1-score game for the Cardinals. His final score was 44-22. I mean, how many second halves can Sam Darnold just smoke him if he got him? That's 2 in a row now, right? Mm-hmm. He didn't miss a pass in week 1 against the Commanders, and then in the second quarter, it's like, do what you want, man. You want to do Wordle? Go ahead and do Wordle.
do Wordle.
You know? Just do Wordle. Because you already hit Jackson Smith-Njigba for a touchdown. That's what, okay, check that box. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Jackson Smith-Njigba, 1,041 receiving yards in the first 9 games. That's 1 better than Julio Jones for 6th all-time. Smith-Njigba is now 5th. He missed Justin Jefferson's 2022 mark of 1,061 by just 19 yards. Joins Irv and Antonio Brown as the only players with 75 or more receiving yards in each of their first 9 games of the season. The running attack is great. I mean, it's kind of crazy. The Seattle Seahawks, they have one of the most prolific quarterbacks in the game right now. They have arguably the most prolific wide receiver in the game right now. And they have the most scorers in the league who are not on your fantasy team. And you've never heard of, and you're like, wait a minute, who's that person? He plays in the National Football League?
Yeah, that's what I said last week.
It's like, pretty much. And then DeMarcus Lawrence became the first player ever with multiple defensive fumble returns for a touchdown of 20 yards or more in a single game, and he did it in the first half. It was over. This thing was done and finished. So the Seahawks are showing they can do at home, remarkably, what they do on the road, which is win and not lose. And next week, it's Seattle and Cooper Kupp, who had a nice game in returning back in Los Angeles. Both teams 7-2. Oh, baby. And you got the defending Super Bowl champs going against the Packers, who are atop their division tonight. You got the Bears with 6 wins. They come back on the Giants. You've got the Bucs with 6 wins, even though they lost to New England. This NFC is wide open. Wide open.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.